Great ball sent cross. Yeah! Thank you! It's just not a dream! Dream fun! Live it up, blue boy! Live it up!
Hey, everybody. It's Noise Neighbors Podcast. It is me, Joey McCune. We back, baby. We back on a Friday night. Did a Noise Neighbors call-in show. I am joined tonight by Mark Mulvaney. He is hiding in the background. There he is. There he is. Hell yeah. How are you, dude?
What's cracking, bruv?
Chilling. You know, summertime. There's no snow on the ground. It was 80 all week. I have a wristwatch tan line, so I'm really crushing it, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Welcome to it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's kick it off right, yeah?
Yeah, let's do this thing.
Talk a bit of Manchester City.
Yeah, talk City, talk Champions League.
Yes.
That is kind of the hot topic right now, both in terms of what went on. Let me center myself here. There we go. In terms of what went on against Dortmund and kind of everything else that went on in the Champions League. We had some potential upsets depending on how you see things. We had some of the teams that probably should have cruised through, or at least should have handled their first leg, did fine. But yeah, I think we're going to talk a lot of Champions League. We got the De Bruyne signing a new contract. We got Leeds coming up. We got a lot of stuff.
Before we start, mate.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? Because I think we need to be pouring one out for a legend, some would say royalty.
Okay.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah. Indeed.
What have you got?
Great Lakes IPA from the lovely city of Cleveland.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
I have the Bernardo approved this brew.
That's what's
this
up.
Is my cup of tea. So
is that from City Chance?
It is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It is. So who let the dogs out? Appreciate that, DMX. Here we go.
How are you? This is a tough day for you.
How so?
Well, you had two big losses.
Did I?
Yeah. You had DMX, but this morning we woke up to the news that your queen's husband died.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. It's basically like when Diana died, huh?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do your own version of Candle in the Wind, but as DMX?
Already done it.
Sick, that rules.
Yeah. Q James Blunt, innit?
Yeah.
All right. Loads of people in the chat already, mate. Love it. It's already popping off in there. Good to see everybody. Got people from all over the world.
Yeah.
We got Canada. We got Oldham. I saw somebody from Oldham's already in the chat. Love it. Michigan, Birmingham, the American Birmingham.
Yeah. Birmingham.
We got the Houston Supporters Club.
Yep.
Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see we got St. Louis.
All over the place.
The
dude.
Windy City. Love it.
That is what that is.
Yeah. But we gotta take care of some bills, mate.
True.
This time I want to do it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do it a cappella. So put the screen on me and me only.
Okay.
If you don't mind. More of me in the monitor.
I have to remember how to do this. There we
go.
All right, there we go.
The Noisy Neighbors podcast is brought to you, as always, by Manscaped. Fellas, spring has sprung. And you know what that means? It's getting hot out. Your grass needs mowing. So, the people at Manscaped have got you sorted for all your below-the-waist needs. Some of you might be saying, Molv, I'm a big lad like you, and I haven't seen my meat and potatoes in a few years. I'm here to tell you that that's what makes Manscaped's Lawnmower 3.0 so perfect, because you cannot, even not being able to see your naughty bits, it protects you from nicking anything important down there. It is so safe. It's a great tool. I've got one here. They sent me one. This is the Lawnmower 3.0. You cannot go wrong down there with this, lads. So, again, getting hot outside, your grass is growing, sort out your naughty bits with Manscaped. We've got a deal. Go to manscaped.com, use the code NOISYPOD, and you'll get 20% off all of their products. Again, manscaped.com, the code's NOISYPOD, 20% off with free shipping, by the way. It's Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Damn. Holy cow, dude. Crushed it.
And I'm not going to even charge them extra for, just doing it freestyle like I did.
Man, that was like, that was more like flowetry than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it didn't even feel like an ad read.
Rip DMX,
True. I was on a job today, and the realtor lady that was there brought up the DMX passing and was like, "Did you know that he's actually a poet and the industry made him into a rapper?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, okay. I just went with it, but I've listened to a decent amount of DMX in my day. And I also remember that at one point he had an album cover where he was covered in blood.
Yeah.
And I just don't, maybe that's a part of poetry I'm just not into. I don't know. Maybe that's, I haven't been in the poetry game in a while.
DMX is one of yours, mate. He is your generation.
True.
He is a bit young for my taste.
Yeah, he yeah. I watched a lot of radio interviews with him today.
Did you?
He's a wild man. He was scared at Google in like 2015. He didn't know how to use a computer. It was crazy. He was on some radio station and they were like, do you ever Google yourself? And he's like, well, I mean, I've done it on my phone. I don't know how to do it on a computer though. And they're like, wait, what? So they showed him a laptop and he's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. This is all freaking me out. There's a lot of keys. Where's the mouse?
Oh, no. Wow. Anyway,
yeah. All right,
this is a Manchester City call-in show. We welcome callers from all over the world.
Hell yeah.
I know that this time slot is mainly geared towards the Americas. But we got people from all over the place calling in. So you're welcome to call in. How do they do that, mate?
Yeah, so we will drop a link in the chat. So keep an eye on that. Basically, all you have to do is click on that link, and it'll bring up a web browser. Just type in your name and where you're from. Make sure you've got headphones, please, just because it'll help with some sound reduction and echo stuff. And then, you will be put into our queue. We will see it at the bottom, and then all we've got to do is just add you whenever it's your turn. If you feel like you're not going to get on, don't worry. We'll get to you. The last few streams we've done, this thing is backed up to where I actually have to scroll to get to more people. So if you're in the queue, just chill, and we'll come get to you. But yeah, let's drop that link in the chat. And
you do that, mate.
We will get to it.
So again, Champions League focus this week. It's all popping off in the Champions League. Tons of games. We can talk about the City Dortmund. We talk about PSG, Bayern Munich. It was a great week of football, especially after a long international break. So, yeah, I mean, more or less we'll talk about City, but if you want to talk about any other games as well, that's cool. Love it.
I mean, the one that was, I think a lot of us probably watched the PSG and Bayern game.
Yeah. That was a good game.
Between being a snow game and just everything that went on. Unbelievable. Let me refocus my camera here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
So any feedback you have for us in terms of what you're seeing or hearing, if one of our sound is messed up, just give us the feedback in the chat and we'll fix that.
I'm going to drop off the video real fast.
Okay. So I'm just going to vibe a little bit with everybody. Oh.
Boom. I said real fast.
Yeah, that was fast. Hey.
Yeah. So I caught a good amount of the PSG Bayern match, and I think I haven't seen a ton of it yet because I've been trying to stay away from a lot of the media surrounding all of the Champions League stuff because I know that this is the results that happened the other day is just made for excuses being printed. So you've got Bayern without Lewandowski. You've got Liverpool and I don't know, type any excuse the media has used all year, and we'll just put that'll just be there for now. City spent more money than Dortmund. City have tapped up Holland. Chelsea played the weakest team in the Champions League. There's so many excuses to be kind of thrown about. So I've stayed away from a lot of the media stuff, but I think that Bayern PSG game is going to be like that second leg. If Lewandowski's fit, I think that thing can get turned on its head immediately.
Yeah, I can see that one going either way, mate. It's so tight between those two. I mean,
3-2 right now. PSG's got 3 away goals, but again, no Lewandowski. And if PSG let in 2 without Lewandowski there, what happens when that monster gets on the field?
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of that match, did you ever look at Sane?
Yeah.
What you reckon? Because he's taken a lot of stick online, and I thought he actually wasn't that bad. I thought he created quite a bit from a side I've never seen him play for at any length. He's on the right, and he's been there marginally for City, but I don't know if they play him all the time over there for Bayern. But even from the right, I thought he was quite dangerous. Although he didn't seem to be high up their list of options.
Yeah.
In terms of attacking, a lot of it was coming down the left with Coman.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he was that bad. What do you think?
I don't think he was terrible, but I just think there's I don't know if he's really kind of hit his stride since he made the move, and I don't know what that's down to. I don't know if that's down to they had some management issues there for a little bit until the guy that's running the ship now, kind of got his, I don't know, I guess really got control of the team. I think the problem is at Bayern is there's so many guys there that are kind of just staples of the starting 11, and they play wherever they play. Like Thomas Muller is going to play wherever the hell he plays every single time. Lewandowski's going to play wherever the hell he plays every single time. And then you've got these younger guys like Coman, who's had a big last, 3 years. He's kind of tough to get, out of that front three. All right, so you've got Muller and Lewandowski and Coman, but you brought in Sane, so he's got to play somewhere. And if Muller decides one day he wants to play on the left, well, sorry, Sane, you're playing on the right. We can't exactly like just move him out of the way.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What a name.
This could be quite entertaining.
Yeah.
What is that? We have somebody in the waiting room here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We could get canceled.
This could be anything, mate.
Yeah.
Do we dare?
Send it.
Do we dare?
Yeah, send it. Who cares?
We do?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, our first they've disappeared.
Wow.
They disappeared.
Unbelievable.
They've bottled it. They
bottled
have
it. They didn't know we could see.
Whoever you are, very funny. Very funny.
Pretty funny name.
So there you have it. The link is in the chat and is obviously working.
Yeah.
So feel free to call in and have a chat with us. Let's switch. We talked about Bayern Munich for a little bit. PSG, hell of a game that was. It just seemed like Munich was putting all the pressure on, pretty much, dominated the ball, and I can see them doing that again in the second leg. It's whether they can tighten up at the back and stop that danger from Mbappe and Neymar on the break, because they probably could have had a couple more as well. Crazy game.
Yeah. When that goes back to Paris, it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep. All right, City and Dortmund then, mate.
Yeah.
You talk about the lineup?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Yeah. I remember it not being particularly different than
Right.
what we had expected. We were calling for Pep not to overthink it. And he played pretty much what we thought, or at least what I thought. I think you had. I don't know whether you gave us your preferred lineup against Dortmund or what you thought Pep would do.
I
But
did.
remember,
Mine was wacky. I had like
Yeah, you
Bernardo
went
Silva
three-
left wing back.
yeah, it was a bit wacky. So he went with what he's been doing in City's biggest games this season.
Right.
He did the Walker right back, Cancelo left back thing, which I feel like for Pep is a slight compromise on his philosophy. And I think if he played his footballing 11,
Yeah.
that Zinchenko would be left back and Cancelo right back. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward. The only thing I would have done is, and no disrespect to Mahrez because he's been in good form, but I always believe that in Europe, Raheem Sterling must start. That's my vibe. They can't handle his pace. So I wanted Foden and I wanted Sterling to start. I got Foden and Mahrez, which was fine.
So we went with Ederson, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Cancelo, Rodri and Gundogan, and then Mahrez, De Bruyne, Foden, and Bernardo Silva.
Yep.
So that was pretty fluid.
At the back, it was pretty straightforward. Really, the two fullbacks stayed as nominal fullbacks. Cancelo didn't do much wandering into midfield. In fact, it was Walker who got forward a lot more often than Cancelo did. Up front, it was that sort of double false nine thing where KDB and Bernardo just buzz around.
Occupy space. Go.
Yes, to try to nullify, to try to press and nullify the build-up for the opposition.
Yeah.
I think I've summed up my take on what the strategy was. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you're pretty much bang on there. I mean, if you look at what they put out, I mean, there was some interesting names in their lineup too. Like the guy that was playing on the right wing for them, I thought for sure they would have used a bigger. I don't know. I don't know if I thought Reino would start out there or Sancho or somebody, but I didn't. That's not the name I thought was going to be out there. And then
go ahead.
And then, I mean, I think our plan was if we pin their fullbacks back and we can go at them, then we're in good shape because both of those guys are pretty good going forward, and it was pretty obvious, especially against their right back, that if you just run at them and make them have to defend, they're going to be in trouble. So we played it smart. We got the win. So whatever. Don't do anything stupid next time. Just chill, normal lineup. Nothing fancy.
So here to talk a bit more probably about Dortmund and City midweek, we have our first caller. It's your man Dickie Bitters out of Canada. Let's bring him in. There he is.
Good evening.
Sounds like you're struggling for callers early doors here, lads. Like people haven't hit the source as early as I have, perhaps.
I don't know what these people's problem is. It's the summer. It's Fetty Friday. Feels like everyone should be really going at it, but I don't know.
Fetty Friday.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a Fetty Wap thing.
Okay.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Is it that's a generational thing, Joey? I'm sorry.
Ask your kids. Just 1738. That's all you need to know.
Hey, Mo, cracking brew going there, mate.
Oh, cheers, pal.
Love the mug. The stuff that City Chance does is fantastic.
Yeah, there it is.
As soon as I see his tweet every week, honestly, brilliant.
What do you want to talk about, man?
Oh, well, let's talk about the second leg, shall we?
Indeed.
Seeing as that's the whole point of tonight.
Yeah.
I thought we were decent on when was it, Wednesday or Tuesday or whenever it was?
Tuesday.
CHEW.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that worries me, and you know where I'm going here, boys.
It's gonna be about Rodri.
It's about Rodri, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, Rodri, you dick!
And you know what? He's had a great season. Don't get me wrong. He's been fantastic in the main. But what worries me about him is when we play a team that's quick on the break or presses you or tries to close down the space. And the amount of times in that first leg, he either lost the ball or he panicked and he was dispossessed. And having seen Fernandinho's masterclass at Leicester the other day, I'm sat there thinking, what are we doing here? Like, this is a tournament the club really, really, really wants to win. Personally, I couldn't give a crap. Like, we're going to get fucked over by UEFA at some point.
Incoming Bayern 4-0, and then City gets 5 players suspended against Dortmund.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, give me the league every time. But I just like to see Fernandinho in there to shore it up. Just to put his shithousery in there. I mean, you saw him against Madison on last weekend. Madison tries to start it, and Fernandinho just kind of laughs in his face, walks off, gets a yellow card. Yeah, whatever. I love the man. I really do. And I mean,
did you not notice when he got dispossessed and they almost scored? Or
no, I did notice that. Yeah. No, fair enough.
Did you come up with a Pladri version for Fernandinho?
No, I wouldn't do that because
I just wanted to check.
I am incredibly biased when it comes to Fernandinho versus Rodri. And like I said, I prefaced it by saying that Rodri has had a good season. In the main, he's had a very, very good season. But it just worries me against teams that know that if you put a man on him, if you pressure him, he's gonna give the ball away. He's got the turning circle of the Titanic, unfortunately.
Can I rebut one thing you just said?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So the thing about if you press him, he'll give the ball away. He is one of the most press resistant, just statistically, midfielders in the league.
You see, Joey, there you go with your statistics.
I know. I shouldn't bring numbers into this.
You can't bring numbers into football. You're being all American there, mate. It's what you see.
How do they keep track of when the ball goes in the net? Do they? Is there a numerical value that determines?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But,
or like if you win a game, is there like a numerical value to that game, like in the league, so they figure out who wins the whole? It's never mind.
By the way, if you're about to tell me that you want Fernandinho in the second leg, then I agree with you. Now, I might put Rodri next to him. I don't know. That might be overdoing it, but yeah.
Well,
you need Champions League now in second legs when you've got a lead, and I think Fernandinho fits that bill. And you're gonna keep a guy of that age and that pedigree, at the club. Now's the time to use him. You know?
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. Give the guy at least another year's contract, right? For me, there's still no better defensive midfielder in the Premier League than Fernandinho. I don't hate the idea of playing him and Rodri, to be honest. I mean, you're going away in Europe to defend a 1-goal lead. I don't hate that. Rodri, his passing is fantastic. Short passing, his long passing. I have no issue with that. When we played him, was it the Fulham game when we played him and Fernandinho?
Well, we did that for Leicester, yeah. I mean, you've got a recent example.
Was that Leicester? No, Rodri didn't.
Just the last game. The last game they played together, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was no Gundo.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right. And I don't hate that, to be honest with you. Like Rodri's passing is good, but I worry in that case that you're sort of missing out on that pure number 8, the ability of someone like a Gundogan or Kev to slip that ball through. I'm not sure you get that with Rodri. I thought the other night in the first leg, when Kevin dropped back, when we brought Jesus on and Kevin dropped back into midfield, I thought we looked a lot better than we did with Kevin playing as a false 9. Like we weren't bad, but like that first half, I mean, we could have easily been 1-1 at the half. It wasn't bad, but I'm sat there thinking this is one of the poorer displays of the season. And I mean, quite honestly, I think we got to be a little bit lucky with that goal that Dortmund had disallowed. I mean,
Big time.
if that had been us, let's turn it around. I was at a Tottenham game a couple of years ago when we got screwed over by that handball. Right, it was 10 yards in front of me. I could see it clear as day. And I'm thinking, wow, yeah. I didn't get to sleep till 3 that night. I was so angry and arguing with people online.
No, not you.
No, not me at all. And actually, a Liverpool fan basically tried to. I was walking through St. Peter's Square on the way back to the hotel, and this Liverpool fan started at it. It was like, Richard, walk away. You don't want to get arrested. But no, I mean, getting back to the second leg. I mean, the thing is, though, if we do go into a bit of a more defensive midfield formation on Tuesday night, and it backfires, then has Pep overthought it again? Do you know what I mean?
That's the debate kind of going on in the chat.
I didn't see it.
So would a double pivot be overthinking it? Would going away and being defensive and trying to hold on to that lead, would that be overthinking it? I think, I don't know. I think the easy thing would be just go there and play your same game you always play. There's no reason to change it now. We have the depth. Just somehow everyone's healthy. We have the depth that we can rotate everyone. That whoever plays against Leeds are going to be exhausted by the end of Saturday. We've got to balance that out because they're going to be Leeds runs as much as, if not more than City, it seems like when you watch them. And then you got to go away to Dortmund and try to hold a lead and hopefully snag an away goal. I don't know if double pivot's the way to go, but I think Fernandinho has to start either Leeds or Dortmund because you're going to need him in one of those to kick somebody. It doesn't matter which one to me.
I'd play him at Dortmund. I don't quite frankly, like, if you're going to play Rodri, I'd play Rodri high. I wouldn't play double pivot. And if you're going to do that, then you're missing something in the 8 slot. So I'd have Fernandinho instead of Rodri with Gundogan and Kev on either side. The depth thing, like I was watching Esteemed Company, Steve's video earlier on tonight, and he was putting his team together for tomorrow against Dirty Leeds. And the daft thing is, he has Raz, Sergio, and Jesus up top tomorrow, and the chances are none of them start Tuesday. That's depth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about playing a false 9 away at Dortmund, and let's face it, it's worked for us this season, then none of those 3 start. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy depth and crazy health.
Yeah. We're extremely lucky, knock on wood, that the injuries this season. I've gone and done it now. But I can see heavy rotation tomorrow. I can see Nathan Ake starting, him and Laporte maybe centre back. It's all about. I mean, as far as the club goes, it's all about getting through the quarterfinal and sort of laying the hex to bed. The same way Arsenal always crash out in the round of 16, like we always crash out in the quarters these days. I think the club needs to get to the semis.
Agreed.
And all bets are off at that point. Like, I mean, Bayern, we've got a good record against Bayern. If we get through against Dortmund, and I'm not assuming we do, but I think we will. We've got a decent record against Munich. Paris are beatable. I mean, Mbappe scares the crap out of me, but aside from that, I don't think that great. They're going to give you chances.
All you do is kick Neymar.
Oh, that's easily done.
He's a bum.
Bring back Nasri.
Yeah. Bring back De Jong.
I'd love to see Fernandinho doing a job on Neymar in the semi. I mean, he might be ruled out for the second leg. But
all right. Dickie Bitters, as always, we appreciate you calling in, mate.
Pleasure, gents. All the best for the rest of the show.
It's an honor. Thank you.
It is.
I just thought I'd get you started because nobody else was calling in. It was like one of those high school discos when no one's on the dance floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. There he goes. Dickie Bitters. Cheers.
See ya. What is a high school disco? Is that like a dance?
They play Stairway to Heaven at the end, don't they?
I don't know if that's disco.
That's
You want to hear a
before
fun
you-
story about disco?
Yeah.
Or the death of it? So Cleveland, famous for problematic sports things. We had 10-cent beer night one time back in the 70s, 2 times back in the 70s actually. The first time, so they had 10-cent beer at the baseball game. It went as to be expected. Everyone got tanked. They ended up taking over one of the beer trucks that had like taps in it, and fans were just serving beers for free. And then they got onto the field. Someone stole second base and third base, I think. People were like throwing stuff at the Rangers were the team that were in town. They were throwing stuff at the Rangers. So then that was bad. So we can't be doing this. So they did it again like a few months later. And then they did a thing. Then they did a thing called like the Death of Disco or something.
Okay.
And
Death
they
of a disco dancer.
probably, yeah. Panic at the Disco. So they brought a it was like a local radio station thing, and they brought a bunch of disco records onto the baseball field, and the thing was like, we're gonna set them on fire.
Oh, no.
Longview James was up in Cleveland for 10-cent beer night. So the plan was they're gonna shoot off fireworks or like burn all these disco records in center field. They did catch on fire. Then they burned part of center field, and then fans again jumped on the field and started taking things. The cops had to come, and the cops were all over the field, like trying not to shoot people. Man, oh man!
And this is
We know
where
how
you
to do
moved
it.
back to. This is what you were craving.
We're the best.
Limbs. I mean, to be fair, Dallas is quite a mild supporters environment. Any sport, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just housewives and wine and pills and
yeah.
divorce
So-
papers everywhere. It's crazy.
All right, we have a second guest on the line. It's frequent caller. It's Manchester Mike, also from Canada. The Canadians love this shit,
They
don't they?
do, dude. There's nothing to do up there.
Bloody
It's
hell.
probably like, I don't know. It's like probably 6 degrees up there, which Celsius is, I don't know, -46 or something. They're all stuck inside.
Anyway, warm welcome, Manchester Mike. There he is.
Ooh.
Hey, how's
Hey,
it going?
Mikey.
How's it going, everyone?
Good,
Joey,
man.
I
How are you?
finally caught a hold of you there. Been on the
What's
show a
up,
couple
bruv?
times.
Yeah, there you
You were
go.
avoiding me.
I was dodging, dude.
Yeah. What's up?
What are we saying,
Um,
mate? Did you watch the
speaking-
match?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. Speaking of staying inside, I think my family might have caught the Rona, so trying to
Dang.
might be really stuck inside for a couple days.
You got Ronies.
Maybe, probably. We
You,
think so.
you yourself or your family?
Yeah. Well, my brother, me, we think it's spread. We just did not get a quick hold of it. We're waiting on tests, so
Okay.
figured I'd talk City and try to.
Yeah,
you know,
put it
move
out in your
forward.
mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Lick your keyboard. Can you taste it?
Ooh, are you supposed to do that?
Not if anybody else is
Can't
using
hurt.
it.
I don't know if there's any science that says you shouldn't do that.
I mean, the guy lives right near Cleveland Clinic, so he knows this
A
stuff.
lot of them.
He
Yeah.
knows this stuff.
I actually just did a job for a guy doing his residency here.
They must be teaching you guys something different in science class over there up down south, eh?
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Less poutine, more Polish sausages.
Oh, I don't know. I think I might go with the poutine. But yeah, I watched the match. It was a bit of a tough one for me, I gotta say. I do support Dortmund a little bit, but City is definitely my love and joy. When I got
we
into
have- Do we have
What?
a half and half scarf wanker?
no.
This man's
Either-
got more
I'm
clubs than Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm also a Juve supporter, so I got. Okay, listen to me though. You gotta hear me out. Why I went about this way? All right.
Is it
Mario
because they
Balotelli-
paid off all those referees to win all those leagues, and then they got caught for it, and they did so bad that they got sent down to the 3rd division in Italy because they were known financial cheaters and they rigged the league?
Mike, if you
You
didn't
know,
know,
it's-
you've pushed
It's
one
up
of
for
his buttons.
interpretation. It's
I
up for
hate-
interpretation.
It's not up for
there's-
interpretation. That's like saying the cast room is up for interpretation.
There was a loophole, right? That's what they keep saying. There was some kind of loophole. Something happened.
Yeah, the
No,
loophole was
I'm
we
kidding.
gave money to the referees to give us wins.
So there might be a dodgy pass there. We've moved on,
He just started supporting after all that bollocks, so he's good. He's good.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I
well,
was
that's
big
much
on the
better.
international Italy scene, and I really liked Balotelli and Andrea Pirlo. So I kind of just decided one day to follow them. And hey, Mario was at City, and huge. I just natural blue guy, favorite color. I said, these guys are dope. Like, let's watch them. And figured, hey, Andrea and Gigi are on Juve. Let's watch them. So those two, I definitely feel a connection. Definitely, obviously, favor City. Even when City and Juve played in the Champions League 4 or 5 years ago, I kind of noticed then. I was like, I'm definitely a blue over the stripes. But
Balotelli was a dope. You got that part right.
he was great.
If you like blue, why didn't you
Balotelli?
support you could have supported like Brescia or
Coventry.
Spal?
Just at the time, I don't know. Just Gigi and Andrea Pirlo were my heroes for the Italian national team. So they linked up, and I was like, why not? Let's watch them. But
I would say Lazio, but that's even a dodgier pass than Juve. So not that.
That is well dodgy. Let's not go down that path. All right, let's talk a bit of football, Mike.
Yeah. I thought the Dortmund game was kind of weird because Dortmund's been really bad recently, and they've just completely collapsed defensively. So I figured we'd have a good chance, but they played really well. I think we were a bit sloppy off the bat. So
yeah, they were better than I gave them credit for ahead of it. But and I should probably know better. Champions League, this deep into the Champions League, everybody's really good, aren't they? I thought that the way they handled our pressure up front was really good. I thought technically they were able to play out up against, you got 4 players up front, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Foden, and Mahrez chasing you down man to man, and they still got out of there. So, yeah, I agree with you, Mike. They were impressive and more impressive than I thought they would be based on their recent form in their league and how good City's form was. What did you make of City? Did they turn up?
I mean, at the end they did. I felt like it was going to be another typical City dominate the game, be one up, and then late equalizer, and then share the points and go to Dortmund for the away game and be nervous about it. But Big Phil stepping up at the end there just drove me insane, man. He's a world beater, that kid. And Gundo, even with that nice little layoff, I mean, I don't think that was the easiest thing to do. Take it off his chest that easily and just give it to him without a second thought. So amazing from him. Amazing pass. But overall, I don't think we're at it the whole game. We were sloppy. Mm-hmm. We could have had our shooting boots, firing a bit better. And just we had a lot of possession. We just didn't. I don't think we used it that well, which is kind of something that's happened a lot, so to speak, right?
Yeah. What do you both you guys, and I guess the chat too, because we haven't brought this name up. Ruben Diaz might have had his worst game in a City shirt against Dortmund. Is that any cause for concern for you, Mike, or Mulv, or anybody in the chat?
I think he's been so perfect that he has one little bit of a bad game, and all of the opposing fans and commentators are alert on it. Right? This guy's been a colossal, a rock.
It's a real clickbait question.
Yeah, I think he scares opponents' children. You know what I mean? He's that type of guy. You don't want your dad playing against Ruben Diaz, do you? He's going to come back home. He's going to be upset, I think.
True.
So him getting shoulder off the ball, and that didn't look great. But hey, Haaland is super fast and big and just a monster for his age. I don't know what they're feeding him over there in Norway before he came over to Dortmund, because
horse meat.
Yeah, the Dortmund players aren't built like that. So I mean, I don't even want to bring up Bayern because I despise them.
The Haaland,
that juice.
The Haaland. So Dortmund's goal, the flick from Haaland needs to be mentioned.
Oh,
because a man that size shouldn't be able to back to the goal and pressure on his back, get his foot somewhere here height to flick a ball around the corner, and then have the balance and presence of mind to make the turn and still end up in a place where he could receive the ball again. I don't, who knows if we're actually going to spend all that money and everything, but you see shit like that and it's what?
No, don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Oh no.
No,
Always
I'm going to
upset.
answer it.
don't do it.
I'm going to answer
it. No,
No?
no. Call him back later.
He
Call him
hung
back
up.
later. Yeah.
I don't understand how he got I don't know how he got the number to the bat phone, dude.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh,
I don't have
convinced
that
was-
number.
I was convinced that was that was him. He's listening into these conversations, I guess.
It
I
is
think he
him.
might be. I think he
It
might
must be.
be.
He's got a burner account on here somewhere.
That was him for sure. It was. I mean, this
As
is
long
a
as
very
he's not coming
serious
back
show.
To insult Aguero, hopefully he was a bit mean last time.
I told him
very
not to.
confident. So yeah, him and his big calves. He's still got
True.
still got the rest of the season. I wouldn't want to see him on the street, Aguero, either. So even if you are a 8 foot tall Norwegian Terminator, you know what I mean?
No.
Is that? Oh,
Man, it's so crazy that Holland called into our show. It was definitely him and not.
Man, I can't believe I missed it.
Yeah, well, you had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's weird how that
Typical.
works on the radio.
yeah, that is odd.
So, this Leeds match tomorrow, we haven't really given a whole lot of thought to it. I saw a lineup earlier. So knowing that we've got Dortmund on what day is that? Wednesday, I think. So Mike, do you want to see? We talked to Dickie Bitters earlier about kind of the midfield conundrum. Do you want to see Fernandinho in the Leeds match, the Dortmund match, both of them? Are you Rodri in both? Double pivot? What do you think?
That's a good question because I'm always weary of Dino playing against fast teams like Leeds and Dortmund. Right? They try to play quick counterattacking, pretty open usually. I would say I probably want to see Dino in the Leeds match. I think we mix it up a lot as much as we can, get some players in. I can see Ake playing, hopefully, because he's been missing for how long.
Yeah.
I think some metal would be good for against Leeds. I think we're going to need him putting in a few crunching tackles, maybe some professional fouls that we don't talk about, or we do talk about, but we don't train or,
Right.
we don't do. So I'd like to see him in there.
Fernandinho just takes guys off to the side every once in a while, and he's like, look, don't tell nobody I told you this. I need you to, just whenever they get the ball, just kick them. Just kick them in the back of the legs and then walk away and smile. And then the ref won't do anything. And everyone's like, I don't think that's going to work.
Help him put his microphone back in his sleeve. He's got a lot of fans. I don't know. It's probably that smile, and he looks like he's never aged. So I don't know. It just looks like a nice guy. Sometimes he looks like a lunatic when he's got his hand around your throat. But
Hey,
I'd have
Mike,
him in every game.
react to Charlie's
lineup
lineup
down
here
there.
for
All right,
Leeds. What are you
Eddie-
saying?
Okay. I don't know if I would start Diaz and Laporte. I can see Ake being thrown in there. Maybe the he who shall not be named. I don't know if you guys have seen recent Twitter
Yes.
info about his contract being slashed in half, so he might be feeling particularly up to it. Maybe I don't know. Rodri, KDB, yeah. I want to see Sterling because as much as he's been kind of up and down, he's still amazing and he needs games, and I don't want him to leave, so we need to keep him happy. Hopefully he can get a goal or do something productive and get his spirits up, I think. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jesus hasn't played in a while too. Yeah, either him or maybe Aguero. I don't know. I don't know about Foden. I guess he can play all the time. I'd want to save him maybe for Dortmund. That's what I think. So
That's what
I don't
I
know.
What if I gave you a Ferran, Aguero,
Mahrez.
Sterling? Oh, okay, Mahrez. Oh, yeah.
I think we should definitely get Ferran in there because I think he was a world beater at the beginning of the season. I kind of forget about him too with Ake. Like he's been so good when he plays, and maybe not all the time, but I mean the league. As much as I'm still terrified of not terrified of a collapse, but it's there in my head. Typical City stuff, but I'd say play him and we'll probably win anyway. I think if we throw anybody out there, we have a good shot of winning. Our mentality, our streak. Hopefully Eddie doesn't have some butter on his gloves. I don't know about that Royce goal. As much as I love Royce, I think he could have done better there. But
Okay.
I could see Zach Steffen playing against Leeds too. Like I'm a
Yeah.
big Zach fan as well.
Something about Zach Steffen's Twitter activity leads me to believe he thinks he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah, I asked Steffen. Yeah, he avoided
yeah.
my question. I asked
Oh,
him.
did he? He swerved you
I've
like
missed
us.
this.
What have we got here?
I only
I
interact
actually-
with one Twitter person. It's Micah Richards.
Oh, and his cartwheels. Oh,
If there could
God.
only be one, that's the one to go for.
Yeah.
he deserves a raise. Can we clone Micah Richards? Can we get more of him? Just maybe a panel of 3 of him.
I think. I mean, there's like a moral question there, but I think just on face value, we should.
Be a
The
lot
Shake
of
has
laugh-
the money for sure.
Yeah,
I don't understand how we cloned a sheep like back in the 90s and we still can't figure out how to get us another Micah Richards.
yeah, that's true. Give him a bit better knees
Yeah.
and let him go.
Actually let him work out.
Hey, Mike.
I want some change too, man. Big time. I miss some
Okay,
change.
yeah,
When's the last
same.
time he played?
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
But he's been working Mendy back in, hasn't he? So
Yeah, I was really afraid of him starting in his last game, but then he turned into, prime. I don't even know who. Like, I'd say Marcelo, or I don't even
Yeah.
know who. Danny
Silvinho.
Alves on the left. Yeah, like incredible. No one,
Richard Edgehill.
no one,
He was a
no
right
one
back.
could have seen. No one could have seen that strike coming. I think if you would have bet, if you would have asked any City fan, what are the odds of Mendy scoring today? You'd say probably no one would say he's going for it, but hell of a finish. So
Striker's finish. All right, Mike.
I feel bad for the guy with his knees, but let him go. I guess let's try to get him some more game time.
I'm Team Mendy, mate. Let's play him. Thanks for coming on, as always, Mike.
No worries. Nice talking to you, Joey.
Appreciate
Mo.
you, buddy. We'll see you.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care,
Stay
pal.
safe.
Bye. There he goes.
Back into the
Mike.
COVID cave with Mike.
Yeah, best of luck with that, pal. And you and the family, best wishes to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not. Don't lick your keyboard. Don't lick your keyboard.
Huh? It's for the taste thing. You gotta make sure you can taste stuff.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Maybe lick your monitor. Not many people touch their monitors. Everybody
True.
touches keyboards.
Oh wait, that's I was going for this.
Hey.
Hey, there was just another Italian guy on, or he was talking. Mike was talking about Italian people, Joe. We didn't like any of it.
Speaking of Italians,
No.
Dua Lipa.
I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you.
I'm pretty sure
Well, that's
she's
an Italian name.
I think she's Albanian.
I think she's English, but
Well, I mean, heritage-wise, I'm pretty sure she's Albanian.
that's basically Italian, isn't it?
I don't know.
Dua Lipa. I mean, listen, that's Italian. I mean, that person could play
So you're
left
saying-
wing for I don't know,
You're saying it could be like
Milan.
a Dua Lipa.
Yeah, exactly. Dua Lipa.
That makes sense to me. All right, I saw a question in the chat. If you want to know how to call in, just click that link.
Yeah, links in the chat. Call
and
in.
then it'll bring up a web browser, and then you just got to type in your name and where you're from. I'll put you on.
And you don't have to use video either.
Yeah.
You can just have a picture of yourself on there. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That's don't clip that.
At least it's off to the side.
Yeah. Don't
know?
Never straight in front, is it? Okay. It's popping off in the chat.
It really is. It has gone sideways.
What should we talk about, mate? Do you want to talk about did you think City turned up? I don't think the best City turned up.
It wasn't.
against Dortmund.
No, we didn't look great.
No, I particularly thought that the use of Cancelo at left back was a bit wasted. Okay.
This is definitely a real name.
Yeah, these people keep jumping into the waiting room and then leaving.
Yeah.
So before they can leave, let's try and get this person in here. Although I have big suspicions about this name.
Me too. I think it's a fake name.
I think it might be a fake name. It might be from the 1940s. It might be from the wrong side of that war.
He's on the wrong side of history.
Oh, and he's gone. He's gone. And he's gone. I think we had a full-blown member of the Third Reich in the
Yeah, dude.
in the waiting room.
At least the the former like German royalty before the First World War.
So let's react to Raf M's comment here, because while I won't say he was poor, what I will say is what you thought you were going to get out of Cancelo at left back was not happening. And that is, you remember he had a streak going where he was playing in some dangerous balls from the left side with his right foot. He was cutting inside and sort of playing I guess a Mahrez-esque or Bernardo-esque from the right side that they're cutting back on their other foot and popping it in. We scored a few goals that way, but he had nothing going forward. Defensively we were pretty tight, although we looked a bit nervous. He didn't look particularly nervous. He never does. He's quite I don't know if it's arrogant, but he's quite confident on the ball. So he didn't look particularly nervous, and I thought he was good at the back. But going forward, I thought even Kyle Walker outperformed him. So,
which I wonder if that was by plan, because that was one of the few matches that Kyle Walker's kind of been given the liberty to go forward. A lot of times when Kyle plays, and kind of regardless of who plays on the left, he kind of sits back and makes up like a makeshift back three when we have the ball and we go forward. So I wonder if it was just part of the plan of, hey, they're going to expect Cancelo to be doing the most, so we'll just throw Kyle at him and see if they can keep up with him. I saw Joe Ricci. So I haven't seen his presser today. Not sure if this is discussed. Pep said in his presser today 2 players are in injury doubt. Predictions. I mean,
is he talking about for Leeds?
I would assume so. Yeah, because
interesting.
Pep's Dortmund presser will be like Monday.
Yeah, I suppose if they're in doubt for Leeds, they're probably also in doubt for Wednesday. Because is it Wednesday or are we doing Tuesday again?
I think it's Wednesday.
I can't remember. Somebody in the chat tell us if the game's on Tuesday or Wednesday against Dortmund.
April 14th, so it's Wednesday. Because on the 13th, I'm getting jabbed in the arm.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
And we can
Canada, I'm coming. Figure your shit out, dude. How is Cleveland, a city that has set a river on fire 19 times and a baseball field on fire thrice, got this figured out more than Canada? So for Joe's question, being a gambling man, I'm going to go with the odds here. Aguero and Mendy would be the ones that are always an injury doubt, I feel like. I don't think anybody... I don't remember anybody coming off against Dortmund looking kind of worse for wear, unless something wacky happened in training.
Right. Or it could be a smoke screen.
True.
It could be he's going to leave a couple of players out tomorrow, and he doesn't really want to talk about why. Just they're injured.
Cancelo, Ruben Diaz.
Don't know. No, could be.
I do think
could be anything.
I do think resting Cancelo, Diaz. I can't go as far as saying John Stones too, but one of Diaz and Stones, I think, should rest against Leeds and get Laporte in there, because, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I don't think you want to use Laporte against Dortmund now. So yeah, maybe that's what you do.
New Orleans in the house, by the way.
Oh shit!
Call in, mate. Let's have a chat.
Yeah, let's go. I'm surprised he's not out running.
Probably is.
This man hits more miles than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Let's see who else we got here. Yeah, I hope not. Oh wait, we kind of dominated West Ham, didn't we? I'm trying to remember. All these things are like running together now. Honestly, I just hope for the Leeds match, I really just want it to be like I would take a very, very boring 1-0 where we just keep the ball the whole time and don't really, get one early and then chill would be so nice.
Manscaped and chill, innit?
True. Yeah. Especially on the weekends, dude.
I'm with you, mate. I ultimately not too bothered about the result in this one. I think it's all about getting the team ready for Wednesday. I can see him doing the 3 at the back thing again to protect some players. Aguero, so he doesn't have to run as much. Partner him with Jesus. Get Mendy, get some minutes in Mendy. Although I actually would like to see Zinchenko.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
I've been getting this weird feeling where I want Zinchenko to show up in an 8-1 game. It's not going to happen.
No, he's
but
kind of pigeonholed him as a
as a 6, even as like a part of a double pivot. Like if we played 4-2-3-1 and say it was like Fernandinho and Zinchenko, I don't know. It could be fun.
Yeah, down.
He does those passes good.
Let's get the thoughts of one of our favorite callers from New York City.
Oh hell yeah!
It is the man, the myth, the legend. It's Spencer. Hey mate.
Damn boy.
How's it going, guys?
Hey friend.
Brilliant.
How are you?
I'm good, hanging in there. I see you guys, both of you this time around. It's nice.
1 second. We forgot the round of applause.
Oh.
There he is. There he is.
This is the difference when Mulv's here. Mulv has the soundboard.
This is the production value.
Yeah. When it's me, it's just me drunkenly clicking on things and like trying not to fall over the screen. And that's pretty much the extent of it.
Well, we still love you anyways.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So give us your reaction.
For some weird reason.
Yeah.
It's the task, I'm telling you.
Give us your reaction to the first leg, mate.
You know what? I'm feeling pretty confident about it because it really showed the tenacity of the team. So, there were a lot of frustrating moments, especially because we kept getting chances and chances, so many chances to score, and we just weren't capitalizing. And you saw the frustration from some of the players, especially Foden.
Yeah.
And now, once that dam broke, I think that kind of put a weight off, took the weight off their shoulders. And it was like, okay, this is how we're supposed to play. This is how we do play. And hopefully we can move that forward, for the rest of the month.
What'd you make of Foden's non-reaction to his winning goal?
I liked it.
Did you?
The only thing missing was just Balotelli just doing one of those and just like, yeah. I liked it. I like everybody else. I love seeing Foden score in Europe. Because he is a blue through and through, and you love to see when one of our own really comes and makes the mark, not just in England but internationally as well.
Yeah, he's fabulous. I'll tell you what, let's do something we've never done before.
Oh God.
Let's get both ends.
We're just gonna load this thing up.
Let's get both ends of the country on this chat. Here he is. Let's do.
Damn.
Yeah, I like that.
Quad screen.
So I'll do the introductions. If you haven't met before, Spencer.
Hey.
This is Jeremy.
Hey. I'm in a car.
How's it going,
right now,
Jeremy?
Sorry.
He's in a car. What do you think this is? Some sort of amateur hour?
Are you driving?
I'm not driving. I was waiting for a friend to get Chipotle. I just finished running.
Called it, dude.
I just finished running. We have a car full of Chipotle.
Got to unmute, buddy.
What? I don't have to unmute.
What a massive mistake this was.
This is almost as awkward as the Golden Globes. Anyway.
Jeremy.
Am I on mute?
No, you're good.
You're good, mate. Wow. First time caller, innit?
First time caller. Tonight's
Rookie.
not date night. Tonight's running night.
Should we just have some sort of
Damn.
waiting music or
Some sort of what?
a little
music?
Muzak action?
So Spencer said he loved Foden's non-reaction to his winning goal. What did you think, Jeremy?
It was ballsy. I would have preferred like a flippity do or something like that. No, I appreciate the stone cold walk.
Oh, hell
That
yeah.
was really nice.
Oh.
Do you think it was because he was embarrassed that he hadn't finished
Yes.
any of his earlier chances?
100%. It was
Okay.
because he was already in his own head about the amount of times that he missed, and I'm sure he realizes that if he had a stadium full of people, he probably would have been getting some shit. So he decided to act as if there was a stadium full of people and walked away from the goal as he should have.
Stadium full of people. We'll never get that at City. Spencer, do you
Yeah,
think?
what is that? I'm sorry. Who am I?
Do you like that mentality of Phil? Has he got an elite mentality already?
Well, first things first. I couldn't hear a single thing you said. I can't
Okay.
see any of you on my screen.
Oh,
So I'm seeing 4 blank windows. Just
Dang.
a heads up. So I'm just kind
Probably
of
a good
nodding
thing.
my head and smiling, going, "Oh, yeah."
There's not much to
So,
see here.
what exactly was Jeremy saying?
He liked like you did. He liked the reaction from Foden, and we're talking about mentality now, and whether you think that Phil already has that elite mentality. That he knew he should have probably had a hat trick on the night, and when he finally got the winner, he didn't celebrate.
Yeah, I think that the mentality was always there, and if it wasn't there, then Pep would have probably loaned him out last year or 2 years ago instead of keeping him with the first team squad. In my opinion, the hunger was always there, and the tenacity was always there. So many players in the academy have talent. They have to. Mentality, right? They have to have talent in order to make it that far along, especially in City's academy. But
Absolutely.
the only ones who really make it through are the ones who have the mentality and the character. Being able to see themselves as a cog in a wheel, part of the machine rather than just single superstar. That's why I always loved the black boots only
for the younger guys.
For the younger guys.
Yeah.
Rather than, So I think that's what Phil is. And to see him not capitalize over and over and over, failing to score and still trying. And once that dam burst, I mean, I would have celebrated like I had won the World Cup, personally, but that's why I'm not on that team. Other than the fact that I'm 33 and I'm not athletic. So yeah, he does have the character and all that, and I think that the lack of the scoring wasn't necessarily a lack of passion, but it was him just kind of taking a deep breath, going, "Oh, thank God I scored."
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Before we let you go, Spencer, what's going on with the New York Sky Blues? Are you back in the pub?
We've been back at the pub since December or so. Once New York City started allowing people out, it was outside only up until very recently, which sucks if you know anything about New York winters. And a few I mean, Joey, you're in Cleveland, yes. So imagine a few space heaters for a bunch of people. Not your ideal amount of fun. but we're open at Amity Hall every match except for tomorrow because 7:30 in the morning is a bit much, and I think it's still against regulations. I think they can only legally open after 9:00 a.m.
Okay.
So yeah, inside is open at I think 50% capacity, but as more people are being vaccinated, I think the numbers are going to increase, especially with the new weather. So anyone visiting New York is more than welcome. There's plenty of space, and reach out to us at New York Sky Blues on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or email us at newyorksskyblues@gmail.com, and we'll do what we can to help you out and make sure you have a good stay when you're with us.
Love it, mate. Love it. Thanks again for coming on, mate.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you on the next one, yeah?
Thank you, Spence.
Anytime.
Boom. All right.
See you,
Sorry,
buddy.
mate. That leaves us with Jeremy from New Orleans.
Hey, I'm
There he
sorry.
is.
I hope my connection's okay.
Yeah. What, are you still at the Chipotle or what's going
No,
on?
I'm driving now. I'm on the bridge.
You're driving?
Yeah.
Good. No, this is good. You should be driving.
Yeah,
and
it's
doing
perfect. This is what
call-in.
we want. We want people driving and calling in the Noisy Neighbors podcast.
Yeah. Look, I needed to do it at some point. This is the only
True.
time that I have. It's the
It is going to
only
be sick when
chance
there's
I
a.
get.
It's going to be sick when there's a fiery end to this. Our viewers will go through the roof.
I mean, right now, if I was driving, the worst case scenario is that I go over the side of the Mississippi Bridge. So, as long as I don't do that,
Is that Lake Pontchartrain?
Okay. Well,
Your signal's crap, Jeremy.
Jeremy, get stuck in on that Chipotle, mate. It's good to see your face. It's a
Probably
bit
lost
blurry,
Yeah.
but yeah, make sure next time we do this, you're at the house, you know, you're on your Wi-Fi and not bloody driving. And we'll see you then, pal. Oh, he's gone.
I want to see him
Wow.
do it while jogging, actually. I think that would be pretty funny. To like just have his camera, his phone out in front of him.
Okay, switching gears.
Yeah.
We've got more people in the chat.
Yeah.
You want to introduce this person?
Yeah, sure. So we are going, looks like we are going to Sweden
Mhm.
for Gustaf.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can. Welcome. What's up?
I'm all right. It's 3 o'clock here, so I'm pretty tired. But I'm
Why are you
up.
staying up for this?
Not sure. I started
Fair.
watching an hour ago, and kept watching. Not sure why.
What a legend. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I want to talk about the striker situation at City.
Go for it.
I just don't understand why we don't give Aguero a contract extension. It's just I don't understand it. We tell the world that we need a striker, and we give them an opportunity to just to raise the price. A striker will cost us what 150 million. It's
Yep.
gonna be very, very expensive. Why don't we just give Aguero another contract for 1 or 2 years? I think it's stupid, to be honest with you.
Wow,
So
hot. That's hot.
So I think I 100% get what you're saying, Gustaf, but I think we only get maybe 40% of the truth, off Twitter and the kind of media that covers the club. My assumption is we probably did offer Aguero something. My assumption would be it's not what Aguero wanted. He was probably told, like, look, we're going to go after somebody that's going to be the guy for the next 10 years or whatever. You are going to be a backup. Aguero doesn't want that.
Right,
And that's just kind of how it comes down. But I to your point about bringing somebody in that's going to be super expensive, you cannot bring somebody in that's going to cost 150, 160, whatever the stupid number is going to be. You can't bring somebody in at that rate, I think, in today's market and say, all right, you're in a battle for the starting striker position.
Very true.
Because
I agree with you there, Joey. Yeah, if you're going to bring somebody in on that amount of a transfer fee, there's a requisite wages that would go with that, and then you have to give them the promise that they're going to be the number one guy. you
Yeah.
know. So I agree with you there. I do feel the sentiment. I don't know. Have you got any sentiment behind this, Gustaf? Is Kun Aguero just the legend that he is in my eyes for you? And
No,
no
but
matter how he would leave, it was going to be a sad thing.
now I've supported City since 2004, and we've always laughed, or we've joked about United being this big club who just hates their players or just don't recognize their players. When did we become a club that doesn't recognize a legend like this? I just don't understand how we can just say, Aguero, you're not good enough. I don't like it. That's not my City. I'm used to this Cityitis. We're not used to winning. We're not used to being good. I can't fathom this. Aguero is not good enough for City. That's just beyond belief. And do you really think we can bring in a big striker at this time with the COVID and everything? I
Yeah.
just don't trust the club to actually bring us a recognized striker as Kane or Holland or whomever. We're gonna struggle to get Danny Ings at Southampton. I just don't understand how we're gonna solve this problem.
So I'm not worried about the club's finances at all. I think they'll be fine. I think the Aguero thing, getting that wage off the books probably helps. Well, it kind of remains to be seen what's going to happen with Fernandinho, and I have thought for a long time that Mahrez will end up being a make weight, or at least it'll kind of be a little bit of wheeling and dealing when it comes to raising the transfer fees for whatever striker we bring in. But I'm not worried about the COVID thing, and I completely understand what you're saying about United kind of just, player gets old, player gets pushed out the door, on to the next. It doesn't seem like there's any, I don't know, I guess loyalty to the guys for all the work they put in and everything. I just think, to me, the Aguero thing just feels different. I don't want him gone. He's given me almost every happy moment I've had as a City fan for the last 20 something years. I think it's just gotten to a point where, and this is the nasty part about the club having this upward trajectory, this kind of meteoric rise over the past decade, is that there's going to be some ugly decisions that have to be made. And this is without a doubt the ugliest decision that we're going to have to make, where we've got the best striker that's ever graced the Premier League, the best striker the club's ever had, the best, one of the top 3 strikers, just out and out strikers in the world, probably in the past decade. And it's gotten to a point now where not only can we not rely on him to be healthy, and that's not his fault. It's just sometimes your body says it's done. It is what it is. We can't rely on him to be healthy, so it seems. And I think it's just to a point where the club can't, it's total speculation, but I don't know if the club can justify, say, £300,000 a week for a 33-year-old striker that has played sparingly over the past 2 seasons. And again, super ugly decision, not a thing I want to see happen, but I think it's, as a business decision, it's just kind of what the club has to do. And that's a gross part of being successful, is there's nasty stuff that has to happen now. Like when Yaya left, we didn't have to deal with that because we were still on the way up. When Vinny left, it was more of a, everyone knew it was coming. You could see it off in the distance. Zabaleta, same thing. The Aguero thing just hurts because of who he is, not only for the club, but on a global stage and all that kind of stuff, where it's a nasty, nasty deal.
Let me say to you, Gustaf, I very much appreciate your passion and your love for Sergio
Hell
Aguero.
yeah.
I have the same sentiments. I think when you refer to seeing Manchester United legends leave with their fans, saying, "Oh, he's done, he's finished," and we always thought that was so disrespectful. That I haven't seen too much of that from City fans. I've seen maybe just a reluctant acceptance that maybe it's time. And now's we might have to strike while the iron's hot on a replacement striker. But I think that we can all confidently say that City will acknowledge and take care of Sergio Aguero as maybe the preeminent Manchester City legend after he leaves. I'm talking statues, talking naming pitches after him. I'm talking, I don't know, not now, but maybe 20 years from now, naming that whole stand after Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
I think he's a bit young to have a stand named after him right now, but I can
if
see
he goes to play for Atletico Madrid and we have the Sergio Aguero stand while he's like banging a double against Celta Vigo or something, it's going to look weird.
but what a great call, Gustaf. Thank you so much. All the way from Sweden. Are you serious?
And staying up this late at night, you're a madman.
Yeah, thank you for the show, guys, and good luck and good night.
Yeah,
Thank you,
too,
Gustaf.
pal. Take
Please,
care. Gustaf.
please go to sleep.
Yeah, I will. Good night. Good night.
There we go, Gustaf.
Man,
that was cool.
Dude, I don't know how you say passion in Swedish, but he's got it.
He had it.
I really hope we don't try to go for Danny Ings. Just FYI.
Yeah,
I didn't mention that.
So we have a guy in the chat. I think it's Phil. I think
Yeah.
he's originally from Manchester. We're getting a notification that his device is not connected, but we'll try it anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
see what
try it.
happens here with Phil.
YOLO?
It won't even let us add him because his device isn't connected.
Man.
Okay. Try us again, Phil. We'd love to chat with you, mate. I think that might be Phil. Phil Gattenby.
Yeah, it is. As long as it says he needs to connect his mic or cam. So you said you have to give the thing permission to use your mic or camera. And then so hang up and try to do that, and then we'll bring you back in.
All right.
Looks like we have a somewhat stationary guest again from New Orleans. He has made it home, I think. Jeremy.
Oh, I removed him.
Oh, how
No, there he is.
embarrassing.
Sorry. Accident. We both
I'm
tried to
home.
bring him in, and I accidentally
did it,
removed
buddy.
him.
I'm home. I'm sorry. I got too excited in the car, and I saw that it was going on, and I was like, I need to make it happen.
I don't. We're gonna lose stuff for this because we had a man calling and driving.
Yeah,
I'm really
All the
sorry.
I've already got a call from Manscaped. They're out.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate because
Mr. Patreon texted me.
It's unfortunate about Manscaped because I'm a proud consumer of their product.
Get
So,
in, lad.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
That's what's up. Well, you have to be for running. You have to make sure there's not,
I have two. I have one for my face and then one for everywhere else.
Whoa, you're
Good to
really
know
preventing. You're
Yeah.
Good to know
preventing
you've
forest fires,
got
dude.
two
Holy
down
shit.
there.
Yeah, look at this. It's perfect. It leaves just the perfect amount of stubble on my face.
It really is a good guard, huh?
It's perfect.
I'm looking forward to. This isn't even like a bit thing or like a ad, but I am debating shooting them an email and being like, "Yo, will you want to send me one of those nose and ear hair trimmers?" Just because I'm curious to see what it's like.
I mean,
I feel like I'm gonna cry when the nose hair situation happens.
let me be completely honest with you. The best product is that ball lotion. That
Doesn't it?
stuff is-
The deodorant?
It's
It
perfect.
rules. It's so good. Crop preserver.
It's another thing to use everywhere, not just on your face. Yeah, crop preserver. It's perfect. It's the best thing.
I'm gonna have to send Jeremy a cut of our money for April.
I like how these questions came out when I'm stationary now, and you're asking me about this and not city stuff.
Oh.
And you were asking me the important questions in the car, and I couldn't answer those.
Oh, did you want to talk about sitting?
I mean, yeah.
Oh shit! What's up, dude?
Are you in perpetual motion?
I'm on a swing.
Oh,
It's a porch swing, baby. It's Nolan.
so on
One of
brand,
course.
this guy.
Yeah. I'm
It's
having a
Nolan's.
crawfish bowl tomorrow.
Oh.
Having a crawfish bowl tomorrow. I'm on a porch swing, and it's humid as fuck right now.
Well, it's
So-
New Orleans, so are you gonna just do an IV of hurricanes?
I can't remember the last time I had a fucking hurricane. I'm
Well,
about to go in and make an old fashioned if that
shout out.
is a good enough
Yeah.
drink to have.
I'm about it.
So Manchester City.
The greatest team in the land and all the world.
The chat is asking for the swing to stop moving. You didn't take my subtle hint earlier, so now I'm having to tell you, stop swinging.
All right. it's comfortable. I mean, it's
So far tonight we've had a possible Third Reich general. We've had
missed that.
the drive. Well, he wouldn't stay on long enough. And then we had somebody else was earlier, and then we have you driving. We've got
Yeah.
a sleepy Swedish man, and now we've got you on a swing. We're
To be
crushing
fair, I
it.
wasn't driving. I was in the passenger seat.
Okay.
I promise.
Now you say it.
Yeah,
You got-
you're not gonna get in trouble.
So we win in that second leg or what, mate?
I think I'm more nervous than a lot of people are. I don't know. I heard some of the reactions earlier. I don't know. I think that we were lucky. Obviously, first leg. I think I'm also just like, I'm conditioned to think the worst. So, obviously an away goal would be big, and if we score first, I'll feel way more comfortable. But the longer it goes, and we're pinned back. I don't know that. I really don't know that we should have won that game, to be honest with you. All of our chances kind of spurred by, and we didn't really, we've got a knack for not finishing. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, Phil really needed like eight to finish one, didn't he? Good Lord.
Yeah, I think he could have had a hat trick.
Yeah, I was getting extremely frustrated with him. For the second leg,
Same lineup.
Mm.
so
The same lineup.
exact same thing. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
fair. Well, that was easy enough.
Same lineup. The reason why is because I'm way more pro this whole like Pep letting the players figure it out, but not in the same game. Like he does this thing in games where like he let players try and figure themselves out, and he doesn't make any subs, and that tends to fuck us sometimes. But excuse me, I don't know if I can curse. I guess I can. But like this one, I think
more
it's
money.
the same. I think it's the same lineup. I mean, I think that was our best lineup anyway. Maybe Gabby, maybe Gabby for someone up front. But I think one thing that, you might see on the Twitters every now and then, maybe often, but, Gabby's work rate's unreal. And I think that's one thing that you kind of miss whenever he's gone is, you have pressing coming from literally everywhere. The dude's playing left back, right back. The dude's everywhere. So, I think him and Phil could probably cause a lot more problems than just having Phil run around.
Right. Yeah, I'm depending on what actually happens this summer, I'm very curious to see what happens with Gabby in the future at City, because so say we bring in Holland, just shits and giggles. So that's Gabby back on the bench. But I feel like there's a way that you can find kind of groups of players where you could have a lineup where he plays on the wing, and I think that is his best position, is like on the left wing. But I'm curious to see what happens with that, because with Raheem Sterling still existing and Phil Foden and Bernardo at times, like Ferran Torres, there's so much depth up front that I wonder if Gabby doesn't start feeling a little bit, I don't know, claustrophobic,
I mean, if you look at the man's goal return, I asked Stat City to give me a response for where Aguero was after 181 games or something, wherever Gabby's at.
Yeah.
And I mean, his goal, production was significant. I mean, not significantly better, but he has like, I don't know, 81 or 82 goals in 181 games. It's not a horrible return. And that's for a player that, doesn't get playing time consistently, has been moved around,
plays left wing back,
literally everywhere. He's playing everywhere, and then you compare him to someone like, Firmino. Firmino hasn't even scored 40 goals for Liverpool. I mean, that might not be correct, but he hasn't scored nearly as many as Gabby has, and he's been there for I mean, so much longer. You want to talk about similar types of players, like, I don't know, Gabby. He it's going to be a bummer if he doesn't get a shot. You can't really pass up on a player like Haaland. Like, it's a once in a lifetime player. Him or Mbappe are going to be, the same as Ronaldo and Messi for the next 10 years.
Right.
Can't really pass up on that. But at the same time, you got to feel for a guy like that. He's putting in everything. He's doing everything he's being asked to do.
Good question. with Jesus, do you feel like he's young enough that something could, like a switch could flip with him where he does become quite prolific, or do you think he's just not and never will be a natural finisher and will just be a sort of a nuisance player that is a Pep's dream, but will always think he should score more goals?
I'd like to see him play a full season up front consistently before I answer that question.
Yeah.
He hasn't done it, like it's always been him in the shadow of Aguero, and now we're not even playing with a fucking striker. So like he can't get in there to do any of it.
Right.
You give him 20 games in a row and let's see what his goal return is, and I bet people would be surprised at what he would do. Consistency is a big part of the game. You can't just throw someone on and expect him to score, like that. But
I always think of somebody like Raheem Sterling or Mo Salah, who weren't prolific and were notably unprolific earlier in their careers.
Yeah.
That something happened to them, and then they started putting it in the back of the net. And I just wonder if Gabby might be one of those guys, and I would hate to give up on him. I don't think Pep will, by the way. I think as long as Pep's here, he'll be here, kind of like Bernardo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping for that, something to click with Jesus where he just turns into, prime whoever.
Part of me thinks that Gabby's
Ronaldo.
just not
The real one.
not that. I don't know. Part of me thinks he's just not that kind of striker. Like, he's not a striker that's going to bag you a ton of goals. He's there for his work rate. He'll press until he's dead, and he'll provide all sorts of support to make other players around him better. And I think that's one of those things that there is no, to Dickie Bitters kind of point here, is there you can't put numbers to that. There's no stat that's going to come up and show like there might be, meters run or kilometers run or something like that, but there's not going to be anything that shows his pressing leading to X amount of goals, or his pressing leading to the ball being turned over inside the opponent's third, or all kinds of stuff like that you're just never going to get credit for. Yeah, no, that is a very good point. It's just a weird, he's a weird kind of guy in that you don't necessarily need him there to score, for him to score goals, but I think the team works better if he's there to provide the pressure and to take up space and move defenders around that end up leading to a bunch of goals.
this will be a really unpopular opinion, but you see the reason why Aguero's kind of on his way out, and Gabby fits in this team way more than Aguero does. It's just like his work rate is, maybe not 3 years ago, maybe not 4 years ago, but this team, like this season's team, he just fits in a different way, and it's unfortunate. You never want to see Aguero go out this way, and part of me kind of hopes that he comes in and scores 5 or 6 goals over the next few months, and then they give him another year and that kind of thing. But
you're saying it's not over. You heard it here first. He's not leaving.
I'm hoping.
What is it? Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah, my microphone.
Maybe.
Aguero's in the locker room doing this.
Yeah. It's like hitting his chest. Just a bunch of cocaine on the table.
Jeremy, we have to let you go, mate.
It's an Aguero party.
Thanks for calling back and doing this properly.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry about that. I should have just waited till I got back to the house.
You're good.
No, it was cool.
It was good to see y'all's
didn't we?
faces. I got my second coat last Friday. I'm looking forward to giving y'all hugs.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right,
Thanks, mate.
Y'all be good.
There he goes,
Later,
Jeremy.
All right, I gotta give me 90 seconds. I'll be back.
Okay. He's on a break.
I've been paid for this.
I'm going to welcome the next guest while Joey's on the move. Let's see. Okay, Phil's trying to come back in again, mate. Still telling us your device is not connected, mate. Apologies. Keep having a go there. We'd love to have you on. Well, here he is, all the way from, I think he's in Chicago now. We will find out momentarily. It is Joe. There he is. What's up, mate?
What's happening?
How you doing?
Chicago. Did Joey go to Manscaped?
Yeah. Quick Manscaped. He'll be right back once he's got his naughty bit sorted out.
It's nice to be here on a night when a Swede stays up late, and I just want Patrick Holly to go to bed.
This thing is worldwide, my friend.
So I'm kind of bothered by Phil not really letting himself go and celebrating at least getting one up on the board.
Okay.
And I think it's because sometimes you kind of see a player as a future leader.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we get into like maybe the Final Four in the States, or when it's like NFL playoffs and things like that, somebody scores and they go crazy and they start hyping up a team that was behind or is kind of shaky in confidence. And I felt like we didn't go into that game confidently. I don't know why, but everybody was kind of nervy with like 10 short balls. Like we weren't flowing. We weren't like a real. It just didn't look like the last 5 or 6 games we just played in the run up to that game. It's weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Particularly at the back, right? A couple of guys that have had monster seasons, particularly Ruben Diaz, just not always making the right decision back there, and it's all a bit dodgy. Yeah, surprising, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I do think there's a little bit of scrutiny on the back sometimes too, because it's not very frequently that teams get back there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that 50-50 shot of getting turned around the way that Holland did to Diaz, that is going to really exacerbate what the weaknesses are. And then other teams are going to want to exploit that. So I worry about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Confidence going into the second one, mate?
I am confident going into the second one. I think it's one of those games where we need Gundogan or Bernardo to kind of show up, because I think it's a little bit. Yeah, Jeremy. Sorry, I think he actually lives in my parents' old house. Hey, man, I'll see you. Like he lives down. The bar they go to is down the street from where my parents used to live.
Oh, cool.
But what was I saying? Oh, confidence about the game. I think we need some of these. I mean, we can't have 7-6 guys show up against Borussia Dortmund away. And I think it's about those kind of key players. Like when Bernardo goes a little bit nuts, I don't know if they give him like a kind bar and like a Red Bull before the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fuel.
It's like when they experimented on rats with cocaine back in the 40s or something like that. Just all over.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking.
The third cocaine reference on this episode.
Oh, sorry. I don't.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here eyeballing my
Friday
vitamin.
night.
People
Friday
keep bringing this up, and the more I just keep looking at my vitamins. Yeah.
Dortmund, I mean, the wheels are falling off that bus, right? Like in their coach like kind of working at Applebee's or something now.
Yeah, he's an interim manager, and they've pretty much already hired the Gladbach manager to be their manager next year. So both of those teams are like, I can see you in May, I suppose.
This guy is so coasting, man. Like, oh my God, I can't believe. Like, who gets to walk into that kind of situation?
I mean, you would think if he would just use this as an audition time, you know, like, kept it close with City in the Champions League, so maybe I could manage like a second division German club or something. But he does seem kind of out of his depth a little bit with. I mean, if you've never managed a team of that size, how the hell do you, as just a dude, like get Holland and Royce and Reyna and everybody else that's there to believe in you as a manager? Like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
It's either that or they're trying to play lights out to all get jobs elsewhere. Like,
True.
This is like an audition story for everyone. I am kind of concerned about who we meet in the next round if we do advance too. Like PSG and Bayern, that crazy. Although there was no defense in that game. That was a stupid game. That was crazy. It was like the NBA All-Star game or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
3-point shootout.
Yeah. Are you gonna put your hand in your face? No. I'm not actually.
But man, I would give anything to have Mbappe, man. I would, I'd play with 4 players if they give us Mbappe, Ederson, Diaz, and De Bruyne.
This man's just playing
Four-man
futsal.
team.
Yeah.
So would you? One of the debates I've seen really starting to kind of heat up now is Mbappe or Haaland. Micah Richards the other day was pretty adamant that he would have Mbappe. I think Haaland gives us something that City hasn't had in a very long time, which is just a monster that can actually bully Premier League defenders and get on the end of all these crosses that we tend to play in. That being said, if we signed him, we'd probably just put everything on the floor again, and it'd be useless. But
Probably the biggest monster since Niall Quinn.
I think the issue would be whether or not he has the disco pants.
That's right.
I mean, you're thinking about, and I think most people are, and I think United has suffered from this for a very long time. Like, just go get the best player.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out the rest of that.
Right.
We just made this like amazing case for giving Gabby a shot.
Yeah.
Bringing up somebody that's been through our academy and things like that and figuring it out for a year when we know that we can fall back on the false 9. It's like you have a false 9 in your back pocket, which is a weird thing.
Right.
We can save ourselves in those cases. So maybe this is the year where another year where we take it. We don't have to have a big signing every year. Maybe it's another year where we see how we do after. Well, I mean, nobody's saying the Q word, right? We're not saying that, right?
You can say it.
No, I don't want to.
We're that good, mate. Just accept it.
Wouldn't it be? Did we win the? Did we win the Charity Shield?
No,
we didn't. Okay, so it is just a regular Q.
we did win the esports FIFA trophy though.
So this is on. This is.
At your house? Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a tough. I don't know. We've made a good point, a good argument for Gabby and everything, but do you give Gabby an entire year as the main man and risk on missing out on 2 generational players just because he's been here and he's a nice guy? You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's not just that nice guy thing. And I do think we did him a disservice because remember when he was up and coming, it was about him being cultivated as a striker at City.
Right.
Right. And he never had that run of games to be kind of built into a striker, nor did we loan him out somewhere where he could kind of, all right, Girona his way back up into the Premier League. So we didn't do that. We just had like a young guy sitting on the bench behind Aguero, like, watch that guy play.
Right.
Okay, but I don't do that. Right. That's it. He plays a whole different game.
Yeah. That's
he
fair.
never tried to build anything around that.
My feeling is this. My feeling is that this summer, after the shape that the world economy is in, it's the time to put our foot on the throats of the rest of Europe and
watch Liverpool burn.
Just do damage in the transfer market and take. I mean, there are players on the market that as much as they'd be worth to us, stopping them from going to other teams is equally as important. So yeah, I just
you're saying buy him and loan him to New York.
Yes, or Girona, like Joseph.
Yeah.
Or FC Dallas.
I do think you're bang on there, Mulv, that this summer. So you look at the big names that are getting thrown around. There's literally only one club on the planet right now that can afford both a transfer fee and the wages of those players and still be okay, and it's Manchester City. Barcelona has no money. They have so little money that their money is a negative amount of money. They've already told Eric Garcia you got to take like a 50% wage cut, I think, which is one of the funnier things that I've ever seen in my life. Real Madrid, they have their own issues. Not to mention the fact that if you go there to be managed by Zidane, there's no guarantee he's going to make it through next season because the guy that runs Real Madrid's a psychopath. Nobody in Italy has any money. PSG is a kind of a fool's errand if you're looking to continue making your name in the game, because you just go there, dominate Strasbourg and Cannes and all these cities that are more famous for like film festivals and being the sites of like World War II battles than they are at any sporting endeavor they've ever been involved in. The German league, the only way Dortmund has money is if they sell Holland. Munich is the only team in Germany that has money, and everyone knows their whole deal is just tapping up Dortmund's best players and signing them on a free. So, and I don't see anyone in England that can spend the money. United's tapped out. Chelsea have the money, but
I feel like they need to sell to buy.
not only that, but that is such a project. Like, you go to Chelsea, you're 5 years out from that thing being what it could be, and they're so loaded up front in terms of just depth. You've got Werner, Havertz, Pulisic, Mason Mount. There's just a ton there. So, long story short, there's only one club in the world that can actually pull off this, I don't know, giant middle finger to UEFA and kind of the rest of the world, and it's us. And I think we got to strike while the iron's hot and go get them boys and just piss everybody off. This summer should be, one, a hot girl summer for me and Mulv, and two, a summer for City to boil piss all over the planet. And just double birds up while they do it.
So wait. You guys would drop Gabby to get Holland?
No.
Or would you take Messi or Mbappe first? Like, if we were going to spend the money of those three,
I take Mahrez.
Your boyfriend. Huh?
I take Mahrez, and I wheel him into a deal to Dortmund. So I want Holland. Here's 100 million and Mahrez. You figure it out. If they don't want Mahrez, then you pay them the full fee and you send Mahrez, I don't know, Arsenal.
No.
Because I'm not going to get rid of Gabby.
Okay.
So I'm creating space here because I think Gabby still has a place out wide, maybe.
I will allow it.
Messi, I don't know, for the meme, Messi would be hilarious. Because again, just boiling piss. And, of course, City signed Messi. All right, do one. Get out of here. Back to Block Island on Twitter. Mbappe. If you want to talk about someone that's going to get Gabby out of the team, it's Mbappe. Because Mbappe is going to take a spot that Gabby would play before Holland ever would. Because Holland is going to play through the middle. That's it. And Mbappe is going to play anywhere across the front three.
Yeah, but don't you feel like Mbappe would more pressure Sterling because he plays that same game?
I think they would just move Mbappe through the middle.
Because then you've got Mbappe, Sterling, and Foden to choose from, plus Torres, right?
Well, you picked your front three.
Trouble. What's that?
You picked your front three: Mbappe, Sterling, and Torres. Mbappe, Sterling, and Foden. I mean, you got it. There you go. So Gabby misses out.
What happens? Yeah, okay, I guess. Oh man, can you see?
It's a whirling dervish, anyways. Like, none of those players are going to be throughout the match where they are on paper. Sterling and Mbappe and Foden and Kevin, and say Gundogan moves on and Bernardo drops back into the midfield. All of those dudes are just wherever they are currently, because it's never going to be a thing where you can just write down, well, no, this is where they play and he plays there. They just go everywhere. So I think Mbappe would give Gabby way more of a problem than Holland ever would, because one injury to Sterling and you can get Jesus on the left and Foden on the right and Holland through the middle.
What a mad discussion this is.
Yeah.
And that's so nice.
And we haven't even entertained the Messi thing.
When you think about it, there's not very many players on our team that actually play in kind of their one natural position.
True.
There's like 3, maybe 4.
I can't say Ederson does.
Bitch. What's that?
I can't say that Ederson plays in his natural position because I don't. I think he still believes he's an 8.
He he really thinks that.
At worst, he's a left back. You know what I mean?
Quite
Like he's not.
anything. He's nuts.
Hey, before we let you go, Joe, we need to have a look at this drip.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
we got custom hoodie here.
No, not a drip from your roof, mate.
Drip. FC hoodies. They're all
Damn.
like monogram. Well, initialized, so to speak. Yeah.
Damn. We're fucking up over here.
Jealous of that.
You gotta come check these out, man.
I've got stickers. I don't have any monogrammed anything.
Yeah, we need to. This is levels from Chicago, isn't it?
I want a sky blue. I want like a sky blue wax thing, and a ring with my like sigil on it that I can seal all the official Noisy Neighbors papers with.
Chicago MCFC, the best North American supporters club, the best chapter of Pride in Travel. I mean, it's just Shout out all of you up there. You yourself, Joe, Vic, Charlie, all of them lot. Love you guys.
All right, can't wait to see you guys again.
And you, mate. Thanks for calling in.
We'll see you, Joe.
Ta-ra.
Boom.
There he goes.
Man. Some stuff's going on in the chat here, huh?
Chat's been great tonight. Big up the chat.
Patrick might have.
We need some of the chat lads to phone in, don't we?
I thought Lewis was asking something. What was Lewis saying? He's been smashing Warzone. Nah, dude. I done moved on to Hell Let Loose on the computer. It's like a World War II shoot 'em up game.
You're a PC gamer, are you?
I am now.
You know.
Yeah, I do. And now that I've got some other fancy stuff, I don't know. There is I have locked down a username on another website.
You're going to be a Twitch streamer?
We might be.
Already. Oh, we might be. Okay. Fantastic. Let's go. All right, go on, John. Call in, mate.
Yeah, have it. Man, oh man.
What a night, mate. It's great.
So what time is it tomorrow for you? 6:30?
Yeah.
City match?
I will say you've done remarkably well for having a long week at work and confessing to being dragging a little bit before this, but you've, as always,
it helped. It helped after dinner. I chugged down that cup of coffee. That helped.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
How are you feeling about tomorrow, mate? Are you bothered about that match at all?
I think I'm only bothered about it because I have the, I don't know, kind of like whimsical idea of, oh, it's Bielsa versus Guardiola, and there's so much, you know. So in my head, that's really fun, but that also means that anyone, like if there's one guy that can figure out Pep, it's going to be the craziest bastard that's ever stepped on the touchline, and it's Marcelo Bielsa. So that worries me a bit, but I think a lot of that is kind of like, I don't know, baffled, like tamped down because I think we have the league wrapped up already.
Yeah.
So I just want a result where we get out and everyone's healthy, and 3 points would be dope. A draw would be fine. I want a good match. I want both sides to come out and play.
You just hope both teams have fun.
Yeah, I do. I'm taking your wife's stance on this. I'm very gay sports.
Yeah. All right. So we've burned another segment, and we have a caller in the waiting room.
We didn't even bring the wheel in for this, and we still managed to kill time.
All right. Birmingham, Alabama in the house. I think I have that right.
Birmingham.
Yeah. Stanley Hawkins, welcome to the show.
Damn. Oh,
now we're talking.
What in the world?
Legendary drip.
Where is that from?
What's going on, boys?
God,
so, mate,
you've embarrassed all of us.
This is Esteem Companies.
Yes.
Damn.
Got that figured out.
Crushed it.
Big Johnny cancels, dude. What a shirt. Damn it.
Sorry if I cut out. I'm having internet issues for some reason, but can't do any
Alabama.
worse than Jeremy from NOLA. So
I like it.
You guys just got lights like 6 weeks ago, I think, didn't you? So when you go to work,
Calm down.
is your thing? Do you have like 2 draft horses that pull the wagon, or
No,
do you
man.
have a steam? You have a steam engine.
No, I'm driving a Zuzu. Yeah, it's real big fancy.
Damn.
Susan.
And a Zuzu.
Wow.
FedEx for you.
It's from New Zealand, I think.
No idea.
Yeah.
I just drive it, bro. I didn't buy it.
Wow.
So are you asked at all about tomorrow's game, mate? Or are you looking past it?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, not really. But I mean, I want to beat Bielsa. So I mean,
Are you
really
going to get
and
up
truly-
for it? Are you going to get out of bed?
oh, 100%. I mean, I wake up at 5 o'clock every day anyway. So
Yeah, hell yeah.
Why? What's wrong with you?
Because we're real men. Dude. We go to work, dude. We're real
You
men that go to work.
weirdos.
So
Call him a weirdo all you want. If he doesn't get up early, you don't get all your packages, Mold.
Oh,
Right.
You on the FedEx, are you?
that
on that-
COVID vaccine, bro.
On that FedEx tip.
Mm.
I hate you.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get.
All right. So, anybody you definitely want to see tomorrow?
I really want to see Rodri. I just think he had a bad game. I don't know why everyone's down on him, but I mean, you know, your hot take earlier was real good. So
So
let's
you want
do
to
a
see
double pivot and let's change everything up in the Champions League. That's what Mull wants.
Failed
He's-
tomorrow.
he's gonna Mold and I think go through the same thing in terms of and probably a lot of you guys do. So when there's 2 matches kind of back to back like this, we're always like, I don't give a shit about that second one, or I don't give a shit about the first one. Like I just want to get through it fine and all that kind of stuff. And then as soon as the first one's done, you're looking at the second one like, fuck. I think we've got this wrong. I think we used the wrong guys today. Someone's gonna get tired. Everyone's injured now. Did anyone get a yellow card? Does it matter? How's Fernandinho
sound
doing?
exactly
How's
like me.
Is Fernandinho okay? Like I know he didn't play, but like mentally, how is he? Is he all right? I know he's getting older.
I have a question for you. In our supporters club, when we were watching, what was that? Leicester? Yeah, Leicester.
How's Leicester
Fernandinho
doing
looked
this year?
Oh man. Don't ever put a
Fernandinho.
microphone in front of my face after I've been drinking that much. But anyway, so Fernandinho looked a step slower, and I don't know. I just think time's catching up with him, unfortunately. But I mean, I love him to death. But I just think time's catching up with him, and honestly, you can't really play a slow person against Dortmund in the midweek. I mean, you can't. They transition too much. So
is this the end of the road for Fernandinho, or would you give him another year, or have you got your eye on somebody?
I don't have my eye on anyone. I leave that up to y'all. But yeah.
Where's my
I think
eye
it's the end of
patch?
the road, sadly.
Shit.
I mean,
It's not in
the
here.
Get Stuck In blog. I mean, who do we have coming through that we should be looking at?
Well, that doesn't cover the Dutch league, but as I said back in December, I don't know when all the hype was around Zakaria, I said, "Nah, go get Ryan Gravenberch from Ajax." And what news comes out this week?
You should probably pick up your drink for this before you announce it.
City are all in on Ryan Gravenberch. So
How much? 30 million.
1 billion.
yeah, whatever it takes.
billion.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
I love that.
I do think that's the way to go, though. And for Dino, I don't know. Would anyone be opposed to giving Dino a coaching contract and a pay-as-you-play deal?
I think
I wouldn't
Fernandinho
mind
thinks
it.
he's still got years left. I think that's the vibes.
It was, yeah. Well, I mean, so did Evander Holyfield. But you get punched in the face so many times. You know what I mean? Like, if it doesn't, you can't.
He's not getting punched in the face, man. He's playing football.
You don't know what happens in the training ground
Hmm.
or in the
Hopefully
tunnels.
not that.
Oh no, they use
Hopefully
separate.
not that.
They use separate tunnels now. I forgot.
Oh man.
Couldn't be in the tunnels.
But
Oh,
honestly, I think Pep's going to go out to win the game tomorrow, and I do not want to see Kevin anywhere near the pitch.
That's
Just
a big
Like
call.
that.
I think
I like that.
I think he needs a rest, but or give him the last 15 minutes. I mean, just a small run out, and definitely get Zinchenko some time. And I mean, I don't think he'll play because I think he's one of the 2 injured. But okay.
So are you
And,
thinking? Are you thinking like a Gundo Bernardo situation in midfield, or like Gundo and Phil?
So when did Bernardo get taken off against Dortmund? I was listening to it
60
while I was
minutes,
at
I
work.
think.
So
Yeah.
So
about the hour
I mean,
mark.
start Bernardo and definitely give Gundo some time. I mean, that's all we can do. But I mean, your playmaker is KDB, so I mean, he's going to need some rest.
What? Show us your face when you saw the news that KDB had signed an extension. What was your reaction?
Oh, it's like
I woke up.
That's the same as his O face.
If there's ever a time
Fuck off,
to
Joey.
do the O face, that would be it.
Yeah, dude. Fetty Friday at 10 o'clock at night.
Fetty Friday. Fetty's a little old now, man. We're getting old.
Yeah, well, time waits for no man. You know what I mean?
Stanley, mate, we're going to sign off. Thank you so much
for
for
having
coming
me.
in with
Thanks
your
for doing this.
fantastic T-shirt
That shirt
Yeah.
does rule.
and your hot Leicester opinions. We love you, mate.
You need to get a Steam company on here one day.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're big time enough for him, but we can try.
I'll
We'll
just
get
pester
him
all
on.
the time.
Get him on. We've had you on, so he's definitely coming on.
Oh shit.
True.
Anyway,
All right,
y'all
but
take care.
see you, bud. Yep.
Thank you, Stanley. We'll see
Bye,
you.
mate. Here he goes, Stanley. And I'm going to suggest this will be the final caller
Yep.
of the evening. We've hit the 2-hour mark. Appreciate everybody who's still with us.
Yeah,
We're
thank
going
you.
to finish this off with a big friend of the show, all the way from, I'm going to say, North Carolina.
That's correct.
Yeah, he's nodding his head. It's Mr. John Siegley. There he is.
Ooh, big Siegs.
Hey.
Sieg Dog 2020. What's up, man? You're on mute. How embarrassing.
Oh, what an amateur.
Oh, wow. Way there he is.
Rookie mistake.
Look at the headset. What
I
a
know,
pro.
right? He's
I
yeah,
know,
that's,
right?
that's play-by-play shit right there.
Are you a gamer?
No, this is for a podcast I do for a different website, UNC related. So
Look
North
at that.
Carolina.
Straight plugging his other shows. Look at that.
Immediately. What a businessman.
Yeah, it
Is
is
it
what
for-
it is.
Is it just all UNC sports?
Yes, all Tar Heels.
Damn.
So I mean, look, sky blue. I mean,
Easy
you know,
enough.
Exactly.
Better than
That's
being a Gamecock
Oh, South Carolina. Yeah.
or a
Nah.
Wolf Pack
Yes. Good one,
Oh,
Joey.
come
Look
on.
at Joey.
or a
Just-
pirate.
Or a-
yes.
Gardner Webb Bulldog.
Gardner Webb?
Chaparral? No.
No.
Charlatan.
Mhm.
It's not Charlemagne.
No.
I've been
They're
watching
the
a lot.
49ers. You
No,
wouldn't have gotten-
the other one.
Oh,
The
Charminade.
coastal one.
Oh, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina is a
Yeah. They're in South Carolina.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, close enough.
You guys need to merge. I've decided. North
No.
and South Carolina have to merge. North and South Dakota, what are you playing at? No one knows which one of you is what anyways. Just whoosh
barbecue
together.
The barbecue
Okay.
wars would be amazing.
Mm.
Oh, and you guys can still call each other something different, but the
Hashtag
rest of
mold
us.
style.
You eat barbecue?
Yes.
What, do you make barbecue salad?
No, so North Carolina has South
Mole's
Carolina
vegetarian.
barbecue is mustard base, and North Carolina is either
Ah.
tomato based or vinegar based.
Which one's
Damn.
meat based?
All of them, just for you, Mulv.
What's up? That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Okay. What's
Do you have any impossible barbecue from Ulf?
No, and I wouldn't even think to give him that. That's an abomination. No.
What's on your mind, mate? City wise.
Just looking forward to the Champions League. I got to be honest. I mean, like Leeds should be an entertaining game, but the focus is on next week for me. I mean, I'll wake up, still going to watch it. Really, at this point, win or lose, the biggest thing is City don't have anyone go off injured. No one gets a crazy hamstring, and move on to the next one.
Yeah,
I mean,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, City did by winning against Chelsea. That was nice. I like that.
Somebody in the chat asked for what was the mug. So
okay.
Yeah, Johnny,
I mean,
it's from City Chance.
City Chance is great. If anyone's not following that guy on Twitter, what are you doing? Like, you need to get that. But no, I mean, it's just, the Leeds game, it is what it is. City got the win against Chelsea. That was, I think, the more important game of these 2 weeks. And from now, they win, great. They draw, fine. They lose, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Right. What do you think? So just talking Champions League, because that's where the focus is. Would you rather have Bayern or PSG?
PSG. I mean, just because of the depth that Bayern have.
I think that's the right answer.
Yeah, I mean, PSG have an attack that can cause City issues, but that's an attack that can cause everyone in the world issues.
Yeah.
So I don't think that City are alone in that. Where Bayern have the advantage is just the insane depth. I mean, they didn't have two of their arguably best attacking players against PSG, still scored 2 goals in a crazy snowstorm.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not out of that tie by any stretch. They could beat PSG 3-0. And I don't think anyone would say that they're surprised. So I'm pulling very hard for the Parisians in this one. And we just have to see because, Bayern are, to me, they're the only team that can match up with City right now, squad for squad in the whole world.
Yep. That is bang on. God dang. Hell yeah. City. Man, this guy's good.
That's Lewis and those guys in the City Eye. They raised me right. And I have to say,
watch the name. Watch
that's
name.
right. City Extra.
There you go.
Gotta be careful for that.
Yeah.
R.I.P. City Eye. But I'll tell you, Mulv, your boy Joey gave me some crap the other day because I was called into the City Extra show. And I believe the phrase was, is Sieg's really gonna cheat on me right in front of my face? So
yeah.
He's a well-known City Extra troll.
I am.
He is.
I go in their chat and talk mad shit. Then every once in a while, Jordan just gets tired of it and calls me. He won't say anything. He'll just be like, "I wonder," and then my phone's ringing. And he blocks his number, but like I have his number, so I don't know. It's very strange. The whole thing's weird.
Jordan is the tech wizard. You don't know what that guy's going to do. He's probably like on all of our computers already. Just
boy genius, isn't it?
He's for sure on mine.
Oh yeah.
But
now, lads, it's a great spot though that City are in. I mean, I think if Foden definitely had not scored the winner, we would probably be 100 times more concerned right now. It's still not a great position. I mean, but 2-1, much better than 1-1 out. Absolutely. And City just need to, number one, hope that Ruben Diaz does not follow up the worst game of his entire City career. So I think that's a safe bet. And then just convert those chances. Because I told several people afterwards, it really should have been, even if you gave one more goal to BSB, it really should have been 3-2, I feel like, because Foden should have scored at least one more. And it is the same thing that we've talked about City forever. They have to be clinical. But God bless Phil Foden. That boy does not get down on himself.
No.
Misses the opportunities, still comes back, scores a winner, and then just walks back to the middle of the pitch like, I
don't care. Whatever. On to the next.
Last question, Siegs. What would you do differently in leg 2?
I honestly wouldn't. I would keep it the same.
Okay.
I really would, because I think that starting off with a false 9, no striker, gives City a good way to minimize any damage early on. Because I think when you're talking about playing in Germany against someone like Holland, that's kind of most important. You cannot let yourself go down by 1 or 2 goals right off the get-go, because at that point, you're just trying to climb out of a hole. I think the way that Pep played it in terms of the subs in the first leg was the right call, is that you start those guys, You maximize your passing in the midfield.
Mhm.
Try to get Foden a couple of those looks. Think that he'll convert one. You've got Kevin there. Kev and Gundogan together have just been magic sometimes, especially in the box. And then depending on how the game goes, if you need somebody, you bring on Serge, you bring on Jesus if you need that extra pace maybe. And then that's how you kind of manage the game. So to me, I would still keep it as is. I would try to play that exact same starting 11.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's the winning formula.
Well, I think you've just answered this question, but Con40 out of New York wants to know, Sterling start tomorrow or Wednesday?
No, I would start Sterling tomorrow. I would
Yep.
keep Sterling on the bench for the Champions League. I mean, Sterling, I don't know if it's just he's in his own head a little bit at this point, but I mean, I hate to say it, but I just don't trust him in front of net right now. And I think what he needs to do is in a Premier League game, in a season where City have basically already locked up the league, that's where he needs to score a brace, maybe a hat trick if he can get one, get that confidence back. I don't want to put him in a high pressure situation in the Champions League right now, where like Foden, it might be the 89th minute, City need a winner. We have not seen Sterling convert those chances too many times. And especially given his form right now, I don't want to put that on him. So I would start him in the Premier League.
What if he pops off tomorrow against Leeds?
I would then bring him off the bench if I needed to. Yeah. I mean, because that's
your
who
guns. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Because I mean, he just offers something different. If you need to swap him out for Bernardo, like if Bernardo doesn't have that great of a game, I think that's what you use him for. Same thing with Mahrez if Mahrez isn't having a great one. But I would start the same 11 in the second leg as I did the first 11 and either have Jesus, Sergio, or Sterling as the first three off the bench.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Love it.
What a call. What a call.
Hell yeah. Good way to end
Good
the
to see you
evening.
guys.
Siegs, thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, no
he
problem.
wants
Thank
to
you
plug
guys. I
something
was going to
else.
say,
Plug.
no. I'm going to plug Mr. Patrick because it is so great to hear from that guy. Miss him so much and miss all of you guys. We really need City to be back in the U.S.
Yes.
So that way we can have another amazing supporters party like we had in Nashville all those years ago. Just need a repeat of that and see everyone again.
I signed a
100%.
man's chest at that.
You probably did a lot more than that.
I think I did.
I mean, come on now. Come on.
I was taken advantage of.
Oh, yeah. No comment. No comment. I'm not saying anything. No.
Thank you, Siegs.
You're the man.
Call in
Thanks,
anytime,
lads.
pal.
Awesome. Thanks for having
Hell
me.
yeah.
You guys have a good night.
Thank you, you
mate.
too.
See ya. There he goes.
I think that's it, dude.
Hey, we did
That'll
it.
be the evening. That's 2 hours. If you are still with us, if you haven't already, please click the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel. Share this or any other videos we do if you think other City fans would like it. On Twitter at NoisyPod. Go to noisypod.com. You can support the show if you like this or I guess anything else we do. Go to patreon.com and for as little as $1 a month, you can support the show and basically be a producer of this thing because you have no idea the help that if you are already a Patreon, you have no idea the help that you've been to us. So thank you so much if you're already subscribed. If not, join up as little as $1 a month. Don't forget to hit up Manscaped for all your grooming needs. NoisyPod is the code for 20% off and free shipping. Shit. I think that's it, my man. So everyone, thanks again for joining from all over the world. We have been the Noisy Neighbors. And until next time.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
I got you, moonlight.